Have you ever come home to a scene of total destruction? Your favorite shoes chewed to bits, stuffing from the couch cushions scattered everywhere, and in the middle of it all, your dog giving you those big, sad, puppy dog eyes. You know the look, head down, ears back, tail tucked. It's the classic guilty look. We see it and we immediately think, oh, he knows he did something wrong. He feels so bad about it. But is that what's really going on in their furry little heads? Do dogs actually feel guilt? Or are we just reading that expressions all wrong? Today, we're rediving deep into the fascinating world of canine emotions to uncover the truth behind that guilty look. So, let's start with what we see. The torn-up trash, the mess on the floor, and the dog that looks like it's auditioning for a sad movie. It's so easy to connect the dots and assume they're feeling remorse for their actions. We scold them, point at the mess, and say, "Bad dog, look what you did." And their guilty expression seems to deepen. For years, dog owners everywhere have been convinced that this is clear evidence of a canine conscience at work. But scientists and animal behaviorists have a different take on this. They argue that what we interpret as guilt is actually something much simpler, a reaction to our behavior. Think about it from your dog's perspective. You, their beloved human, the center of their universe, suddenly walk in the door. Your posture changes, your voice gets louder and deeper, and your face looks angry. Your dog is an expert at reading your body language and tone. They might not understand that chewing the remote control is an expensive habit, but they definitely understand that you are upset. That guilty look, the lowered head, the averted eyes, the tucked tail is actually a classic appeasement behavior. It's their way of saying, "Whoa, you seem really mad. I don't want any trouble. Let's all calm down." It's a submissive posture designed to diffuse a tense situation and avoid conflict. Several studies have put this theory to the test. One famous experiment went something like this. Researchers would tell owners that their dog had done something bad, like eating a forbidden treat, even when the dog hadn't. When the owners came back in and scolded their innocent dogs, guess what? The dogs still put on the classic guilty face. They hadn't done anything wrong, but they were reacting to their owner's scolding tone and angry demeanor. Conversely, when dogs did eat the treats, but their owners were told they had been good, the dogs acted perfectly happy and normal. This suggests that the look has nothing to do with whether they committed the crime and everything to do with how they expect you to react. So, if it's not guilt, what is it? It's likely a learned response based on fear and anxiety. Dogs are incredibly smart. They learn to associate a certain situation, like a torn-up pillow on the floor, with a specific outcome, their human getting angry. So when you come home and they see the mess, they're not thinking, "Oh man, I shouldn't have done that." They're more likely thinking, "Uh-oh, there's that mess on the floor again. Human is about to get loud and scary. I better look as small and non-threatening as possible." It's a survival instinct, not a moral dilemma. They're anticipating a reaction, not reflecting on their past actions. Now, this doesn't mean your dog doesn't have complex emotions. They absolutely do. Dogs feel joy, fear, excitement, and a deep, profound love for their families. The bond we share with them is real and powerful, but emotions like guilt, shame, or pride are what we call secondary emotions. They require a certain level of self-awareness and understanding of social rules that scientists are unsure dogs possess. Primary emotions like fear and happiness are more instinctual. Guilt requires you to understand that you've broken a rule, feel bad about breaking it, and wish you could take it back. A lot of complex thought for a brain. Also busy wondering when the next walk is. So what does this mean for us as dog owners? Should we stop scolding our dogs when they misbehave? Well, yes and no. It's important to understand that scolding your dog long after the fact is completely ineffective. If you come home at 5 p.m. and yell at your dog for a mess they made at 10 a.m., they will have no idea what you're angry about. They will only learn that your arrival is sometimes scary and unpredictable. This can create anxiety and actually lead to more behavioral problems. They can't connect your current anger to their past action. Their brains just don't work that way. The key to effective training is catching them in the act or using positive reinforcement. Instead of punishing the bad behavior hours later, focus on rewarding the good behavior. Crate training is a fantastic tool to prevent destructive behavior when you're not home. Make the crate a happy, safe space with toys and treats. When you're home, teach them what they are allowed to chew on. If you see them chewing on a shoe, don't yell. Instead, calmly take the shoe away, say a firm no, and immediately give them an appropriate chew toy. When they start chewing the toy, praise them like they just won a gold medal. Good boy. Yes. Chew your toy. This way, they learn a very clear lesson. Chewing shoes gets them taken away, but chewing this toy gets me lots of love and attention. It's a much more effective and positive way to communicate. It's also crucial to remember that a lot of destructive behavior stems from boredom, anxiety, or a lack of exercise. A tired dog is a good dog. A dog that has been on a long walk or had a good play session is much less likely to have the pent-up energy to redecorate your living room with a roll of toilet paper. Make sure your furry friend is getting enough physical and mental stimulation every day. Puzzle toys, training games, and regular exercise can work wonders for preventing so-called bad behavior. It's not that they're trying to be naughty, they're often just trying to entertain themselves. So, to wrap it all up, that guilty look we love to anthropomorphize is most likely just a beautifully evolved appeasement gesture. Your dog is a master at reading your emotions and is simply reacting to your anger or disappointment in the most effective way they know how. They're saying, I see you're upset and I'd like to avoid conflict. Please. It's not a confession of guilt, but a plea for peace. Understanding this helps us become better, more compassionate dog owners. It reminds us to focus on clear communication, positive reinforcement, and meeting their needs for exercise and mental engagement, rather than punishing them for something they can't even remember doing. They may not feel guilt, but they feel our love. And at the end of the day, that's what truly matters in the incredible bond we share. What do you think? Have you seen the guilty look from your dog? Let me know your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experiences. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the canine mind, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos about our amazing animal companions. Thanks for watching, and give your dog a pat for me.